Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Today is April 22nd. This is ginger I started back on February 22nd. I'm going to show you how to get it up to speed so that you can get an awesome ginger harvest. And this is the process that we're going to go through. This is what you want your ginger to look like when you put it into the ground. The reason being is ginger likes warm weather, like 7 to 10 months to grow. So in order to get a large harvest, you have to have it in your garden and it has to be growing for 7 to 10 months. Most of us can't do that because of the cold weather. So if you're in places that have freezing winters, you might think, hey, let me cut a piece of ginger, put it in the ground. If it's sitting in the ground, before the ground is really up to 60 degrees, it just sits there. So you could have it in the ground for 2 months and it doesn't do anything. By starting it in a plastic bag 2 months before it would go out into your warm soil, importantly, it's going to be already grown 2 months. So you're going to get a wonderful harvest at the end. How do you do it? You cut your ginger into about 2-inch pieces, something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you're looking for these points to be into whatever pieces you're cutting. You're going to put it into water, let it soak for about 15 minutes, put in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. That will just help sterilize it, and that preps your ginger to go into a bag for anywhere from 1 month to 2 months to 3 months. And it will sprout, it will send out roots, and you're just going to put this into the ground, about 1 inch of soil over it, and it's going to be way ahead of the game. This is perfect for places like Maryland or any place that you get freezing winters, because the bottom line is you want 7 months to 10 months of growth. Start it indoors a couple months ahead of time, plant this outdoors, and you're going to have a great harvest. Let me show you how I took this original ginger through the process. It's been 10 days since we cut the ginger up into 1 2-inch pieces and put them in a Ziploc bag. You want to check on it every couple of days. You're going to be looking for mold. We'll talk about that in a second. But at the 10-day to 14-day range, you want to rebathe the ginger, transfer the bag over. I'll talk about that real quick. But you can see all the little points that are coming out. Those are going to be ginger sprouts, and it's only been 10 days. This method works really quickly, saves you a lot of time of having to put it into soil, pot it up in-house and all that. So when you're looking at 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, you're looking for mold growing on your ginger. It may be in different places. The pieces here, a little bit right there, and a little bit more. That doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be a problem. That part's the most worrisome because it's fuzzy. So isolate the pieces that look like they have mold growing on it. The new pieces are going to get washed again. Just drop them into about 2 cups of water. This is exactly almost what we did in the beginning of the video to set them up. And then you don't have to put in as much hydrogen peroxide, but a good pour of 3%. Just mix it through. You want to do the clean pieces first and then put them into a new bag just in case there's any kind of mold or fungal issues in the old bag. Fill them up, or put them into the bag, close it, and we're going to wait again about another, I don't know, 10 to 14 days for the process to continue. So after you let them sit in there a couple of minutes, it doesn't take long for the peroxide to work and clean up the ginger. Put them right back into the bag, well, the new bag, the clean bag, and then this is the 4-to-1 ratio of water to hydrogen peroxide. 4 parts water, 1 part hydrogen peroxide. Just give the bag a spray. The parts that are looking bad, you can go ahead and just cut them off if you want. See if I can do that one-handed. Just remove them. Something like this, you could cut that off if you want, but it's starting to scab over. Just drop them into the solution. Add a little bit more hydrogen peroxide. Let them stay in there 10-15 minutes, and that will clean them up. They're going to go back into this bag. You could use a clean bag if you want, but we're going to put them into here, put in a couple sprays worth of the 4-to-1 ratio of water and H2O. they should be good to go. You just want to split up anything that's problematic, keep it in the old bag, put the good stuff in the new bag. This way you're reducing your chances of a problem happening with all of them. By starting your ginger indoors in Ziploc bags, you're giving it 2 months of growth. That counts towards the 7 or 10 months. If I were to just put this into the ground back in February, it would have just sat there, probably would have rotted. So come April 22nd, I didn't get 2 months of growth. I just had ginger sitting there. Started indoors. Over that 2-month period, your ginger will start to look like this, and it will progress to something like that. This is what we'll be planting into the ground. When it goes into the ground in about a week or so, it has 2 months of growth because it used the warmth of the house. This is how you can get a huge harvest of a huge harvest of ginger by just starting it simply in Ziploc bags. And this just sat right on top of my refrigerator. 2-month period, you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching, and please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com.